to the She Leads podcast. I'm your host, Adrienne Garland, CEO and founder of She Leads Media, a global media company dedicated to the advancement of women leaders and entrepreneurs worldwide. I'm also an adjunct professor at NYU and Rice University, where I teach on the topic of entrepreneurship. I'm a mom to two wonderful young men and married to my best friend from college. Join me each week as I dive into raw conversations with remarkable, uncompromising, and inspirational women entrepreneurs and leaders. My hope is that these conversations and their advice will encourage you to put yourself out there and gain the visibility that you and all women deserve. We're all about stripping away the sugar-coated conversations and moving boldly in the direction of our magnificent dreams. For far too long, women have been conditioned to soften their words, modify their actions, and show up in the world to conform to outdated at best and harmful at worst cultural norms and ideals. Why? To keep those who are outside of the power structures from gaining power, prestige, wealth, and influence. This has prevented women from being recognized and respected as the powerful leaders that we truly are. The She Leads podcast is here to shine the light on all the incredible women, to encourage us to show up, speak up, and showcase the amazing work we do. Speak with confidence about the innovative and transformational thoughts that we have, and celebrate the positive impact that we are making in this world, both personally and professionally. So let's do this. Let's lead. Hello, and welcome back to the She Leads podcast. Today's episode is a solo episode. And the reason that I'm doing a solo episode today, after many weeks of interviewing incredible entrepreneurs, is because the She Leads Live 2024 conference is coming up in October, specifically on October 18th and October 19th, taking place in New York City at an incredible venue called Civic Hall. It's right in Union Square. Lots of places to eat and shop and stay around the area. You don't have to venture very far. There's a lot of fun things going on there as well. I know there's farmer markets that happen on the weekends. So if you come to New York City for She Leads Live, you'll be able to experience all of that and more. And especially for those who are adventurous, you can use that weekend or long weekend to really explore and enjoy everything that New York City has to offer. So back to this episode, I am excited because I am going to get to tell you about everything that is happening at She Leads Live 2024. First off the bat, what I want to say is that She Leads Live 2024 is our 10th conference. So it has been 10 years of putting on this live in-person conference. The conference started in 2013. It was called WomanCon, the Conference for Women, and it has evolved, transformed, changed over all of those years, but the essence of what we're doing remains the same. And that is to welcome into a space where there are many women entrepreneurs that want to network with one another, build relationships, form strategic partnerships, and hear from incredible experts that are a couple of steps ahead of them. This conference is very different in that we don't put women up on stage that are so far away from where you are in your entrepreneurial journey that you feel like it's unattainable, right? So while we would love to have someone like Sarah Blakely, talking to us about what we need to do in order to grow our business, sometimes someone like that is so inspirational and so far ahead of us that it makes it a little challenging to feel like we can follow in her footsteps because so many circumstances were different. When she started, things were not the same as they are today. And the level of success that she has achieved sometimes feels unreachable. It's 100% inspirational, but we want to get to the practical, right? So She Leads Live is all about bringing experts on stage that have accomplished incredible things, that have also faced challenges and obstacles and overcome them. The women that speak on the stage at She Leads Live are also women that are dedicated to other women's success in building their entrepreneurial ventures. So for the most part, unless somebody has something very important to do, our speakers stick around and they stay and they participate in the conference. So you can actually be sitting next to someone that has just spoken on stage. And not only can you hear their story, their wisdom, their tips, their tools, the everything that they have overcome in their journey, but you can also talk to them in a very intimate one-on-one way. And these women, every single one of them, they are dedicated to your success as a female founder, a woman entrepreneur, whatever you'd like to call yourself. If you are a woman that has a company, you've started a company, you are side hustling and working in a corporate environment, if you have a business on your brain, if you have that entrepreneurial spirit, I want you to come to She Leads Live. Now, I want to be very clear about who it is that attends the conference and that is sort of the best fit for the conference. So first and foremost, it doesn't really matter what stage of business you're at. What matters is where your attitude and your mindset is at. So if you're somebody that is serious, if you're somebody that is dedicated, if you are somebody that wants practical, actionable advice to take you from where you are to where you know you're going next, then you need to be in the room at She Leads Live over the 2 days. So we are very focused on helping women get past the $1 million mark. So you might be close to that. You might be a little farther away from that than you want, or it might be a dream that you have to get past that mark at some point in your future. The only way that you're going to be able to do that is if you have a $1 million mindset, right? A blow past that $1 million revenue mark, that you want to grow your business $1 million, $5 million, $10 million and beyond, right? It's those type of women with that type of aspiration in our hearts, in our bodies, in our minds. And it's not just because we are profit hungry or money hungry, right? And there's nothing wrong with that if that's who you are. But those women that have that type of aspiration, we have that inside of us because we know that when we profit, we take that money and we put it to work, not just for ourselves and our own business, but for our families, for our communities, and largely for humanity on the whole. When women control wealth, it's shown time and time again that we put our money to good use, to good work. Do we buy ourselves nice things? Hell yes, right? And we can be unapologetic about that, but we don't just continue to buy ourselves nice things. We invest back in women-owned businesses. We invest into our communities. We contribute to really amazing organizations that are doing incredible things for people, our planet, and humanity. And that's why it's so important for women to put a stake in the ground and say that I need to get my business past that $1 million mark, because when we do, then there's more profit in the company that we can put to amazing use. So there's so much that I want to tell you about all the different sessions, all the different speakers, all the different breakout workshop sessions that we are going to be doing. I want to tell you about the vendors that are going to be there. I want to tell you about how everything that I have curated for this conference is with you, the dedicated, driven, heart-centered, soulful, ambitious, without apology woman, business owner that you are. Now, I've been doing this for 10 years, and so I know who to choose as the right speakers. Are they the biggest names in digital marketing? Are they the superstars? No, they're not. Although I'm trying to get a couple. But they are women that have your back and your front and your side. And they are your business partners. They are the women that you want to be arm in arm with going through this entrepreneurial journey so that you can truly, in the words of Gina Bianchini, who is the CEO of Mighty Networks, so that you can truly have your best year ever, right? I have invited these speakers to pour into you at She Leads Live so that you can propel yourself, your mindset, your business to a level that maybe you don't even think that you're able to achieve, but I can tell you that you can. Okay. So we are going to be going over very practical business strategies. We are going to be diving into the mindset that allows you to grow your company to that next level. And we are going to dive into how you need to keep your mind, your body, your spirit healthy, right? Especially for those of us who are not 22 years old anymore, right? Many of the women that attend the She Leads Live conference have had other careers, multiple careers even, right? Maybe they've had multiple businesses. You want to be in the room with women like this. We don't want to be in the room with somebody that has been on a golden path of, ease and success, because guess what? That is not the reality for so many people. We want to be able to talk to the people that maybe have a couple of bumps and bruises and scrapes, right? But that are looking amazing and strong and feeling amazing and strong and doing things in an amazing and strong fashion so that they can propel their business to the next level. I'm not talking about overworking. I'm not talking about doing all of the things. I'm talking about what are the things that we need to implement, how we need to organize our mind, body, our businesses, our relationships, so that we can set ourselves up for incredible success. On the next episode that I'm going to do that's all around the conference, I'm going to be talking in more depth and more detail about the speakers. In fact, I'm going to have a couple of them come on and let you know who they are, what they are what messages they have for you and how they can help you to grow your business to that next level. So I can't wait to be able to share that with you. And I also can't wait to share with you some of the amazing things that are going to be happening at She Leads Live and beyond. So we are going to be relaunching and reinvigorating the She Leads Live community, or the She Leads community. We are going to be expanding the She Leads Live conferences to other cities in the United States to start, and I hope globally, right? Because we do have women coming from all over the world to come to She Leads. I mean, why wouldn't you want to come to this conference in New York City, in the heart of New York City? It's like the energy of New York City, right? Bring it. And know that there are other women that are flying in from all over the world to engage with you, to hear from these incredible speakers that are going to be on stage, to be interacting with the different people that have chosen to be vendors and showcase their artistry and the beautiful things that they have manifested and created, and that they're bringing to the world to help women everywhere, right? You know, this conference, and I hope that you can hear it in my voice, but this conference is very near and dear to my heart and my soul and who I am. I am very dedicated to women, number one, everywhere. And I hold a special place in my heart for women entrepreneurs. And it's for a multitude of reasons. But one of those reasons that's super important is that women are amazing. And everybody struggles in their own way, right? So what I say, I do not want it to be taken out of context. But women face incredible obstacles and challenges from a very young age. And we end up operating in our lives with a lot of baggage on our shoulders that's not ours, that people put upon us and expect us to carry around. And it's not fair. And I know that there are many things in this world that are not fair, that are not just, but I can't solve all of those problems for all of those people. And so the mission that I have taken up is to, in the way that I know how, solve the problem for women entrepreneurs, the problem of not being seen, not being heard, not being taken seriously, right? She Leads Media helps women to figure out what unique, compelling message they have and what gift they have to share with the world, and amplify their messages, their businesses, their thoughts, their opinions, and get that out there. The reason I'm so hell-bent on that is because the media often shows us a very small percentage of reality. And so we as women need to get ourselves out there in a way that people listen, so that everybody in the world recognizes the value that women bring to this world. It should go without saying that women are valuable and women have a lot to say. Women solve problems. Women raise families, communities, society, right? But often we are not given the respect that we deserve for all that we do. So as women, we are these incredibly passionate, thoughtful, community-oriented human beings that are not valued in the way that we should be. And so we also don't often have the economic power. And that's the reality of the world, right? So we don't have the economic power that we need in order to sort of use the media to buy those eyeballs. Okay. And so our messages they're not as pervasive. They're not out there as much as they need to be. So we need to beat the drum about women entrepreneurs and all of the innovative solutions that we come up with and how we are always thinking about humanity and how we can improve it. And we have to do more to raise capital so that we can get those innovative ideas, those solutions, those products, those services out into the market to benefit everybody. Okay. I do not ever want anybody to think that She Leads Media is holding women up above anybody else. The mission behind She Leads is and always has been about equality. We need to be able to look at each other as equal human beings. And I know that the way that some of us were brought up, the cultures that we come from, the world that we live in, it's not fair, it's not equal. But I do think that the solution lays somewhere within the community of women. So I know that was a little bit of a right turn, a left turn, a circular U-turn to let you know why you should come to the She Leads Live conference. But I want to be very, very clear. She Leads Live is for women entrepreneurs. She Leads Live is for women leaders. She Leads Live is for women that are serious about taking their businesses past the 7-8 figure mark, because it's so important to get to profitability, to get to wealth. Why? Because when women have wealth, we solve society and humanity's problems. So come out to She Leads Live. It's happening on October 18th and 19th in New York City at Civic Hall. It is a very easy to get to location. It is a beautiful, brand new, high-tech venue that I'm very excited about welcoming everybody into. We have such great partners that are helping us to put on a beautiful event. So you can hear the passion in my voice. Also know that I love to take care of people and welcome them into the She Leads conference like they are my friends. And often I do know every single person that's in the room, because that is what is important to me. So be one of those women that I know. If you have any questions at all about what She Leads is all about, listen in to the next couple of episodes where I'm going to be introducing you to the speakers. I'm going to be talking about the agenda that's happening over the 2 days, so that you can really understand what's happening. But if you want to reach out to me and ask me a couple of questions, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. And in fact, I've been on Threads a little bit more. So go over to She Leads Media on Instagram and Threads. You can send me a DM, or if you want to send a note to me, you can go to the sheleadsmedia.com website and fill out the contact form. You can also send me an email at Adrienne at sheleadsmedia.com. It's ADRIENNE at she, SHE, leads, LEADS, media, MEDIA.com. If I don't get back to you immediately, it's because I am flooded with requests. Please know that all of the speaking spots are gone. So there's no opportunity left to speak at this conference, but there will be other opportunities to speak and showcase your ideas, your thoughts, opinions in some of the things that we're going to be doing in the She Leads community. So come out to She Leads Live October 18th and 19th in New York City. And thank you so much for being a listener of the She Leads podcast. I would greatly appreciate if you could go to Apple and give me a 5-star rating, maybe do a little review. That helps so much. And it's not so much that, I want that for my ego, although of course I do, because who doesn't? But it's more about being able to get the She Leads podcast, the more visibility, right? And because I interview other incredible women entrepreneurs, when the She Leads podcast gets visibility, everybody else who has been on the show gets visibility as well. And that is the goal, right? For women entrepreneurs to get visibility so that people hear everything that we're doing to benefit ourselves, our families, our communities, humanity. Thank you so much for listening. And please, again, go and give the She Leads podcast a 5-star review. I appreciate all of you so much for listening. And I can't wait to come to you again next week with an even more in-depth update on the speakers, the sponsors, the vendors, the workshops, and all of the hoopla that is going to be happening at She Leads Live 2024, our 10th anniversary. I cannot believe it. I'm so proud of the fact that we've been doing this for 10 years. And in so many ways, I feel like we're just getting started. So thank you so much, everybody. And I'll talk to you again next week. This and all of our episodes are brought to you by the She Leads Podcast Network, the podcast network for women, by women. Thanks so much for listening to the She Leads podcast. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support us, please share it with others, make a personalized post about what you took away on social media, and please leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. This helps our guests and our show to continue to gain visibility and traction. To learn more about how She Leads Media helps women to gain visibility, you can follow us on Instagram at She Leads Media, or you can head on over to sheleadsmedia.com. If you'd like to network with me and other amazing women, don't forget to join us each year for the She Leads Live conference. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon. This is the She Leads Podcast Network.